since early August, Florida Southwestern State is 1 point away. The denial! How sweet is the three-peat for the third consecutive season? Florida Southwestern is back on top of the NJCAA Division I volleyball world. On 5 aces to 3. Tennis header was tenacious. The Abby attack all tournament long. And again, I'm curious to see who wins tournament every week. She had 13 kills, hit 6-11. She had 7 blocks in this matchup. And Pravicic Chalo, 12 kills, hit 296. Again, she was their Citrus Conference Player of the Year, had 9 digs as well. And then Oshuk had 6 kills, 4 for Gogi Pichua. And then, 4 for a couple of other players. 23 assists for Brandon Leasy, 13 for Mackinnon, 10 digs for Maya Cheeky, and then 9 for Pravicic Chalo. On the other side, real quick, for the Sharks, 7 kills for Leguado.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. We have this opportunity, as you can see, to set the stage up just for us. But the opportunity to celebrate this year's accomplishments and to celebrate what volleyball has done here since its inception a few years ago. So thank you all for coming. We're going to get started, and we really appreciate you all being here to celebrate this time with this group of young ladies. So I'd like to introduce Dr. Jeff Albritton, who has some opening remarks for us, and the program will be going. So thanks very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. When they put the president in front of the microphone, you never know what's going to happen. But it's good to see you all here. So sit back for the next hour. I got a few things I want to share with you. Is this on? Yeah. No, I'm going to be brief. First, but very excited, very proud of our ladies. They know that. They've seen me multiple times and told them that. But this is their day to be able to celebrate once again, see the game finish again. 3 years in a row, hard to imagine. And also, we're completing our 10th season as we return to athletics. We played our first game down at the old Red Sox Stadium. First, it was baseball, was our opening sport that year, January of 2016. So 10 seasons, hard to believe. And we came back, and we had been absent for about 20-some years. So I think it was time we came back. I think since then we've decided it's probably a pretty good idea with 6 national championships. I think that was a pretty good idea. And thank you all for being here to celebrate with them in the Suncoast Arena. We're very proud of this jewel as part of our overall athletic complex. So now volleyball is I should say the baby in a way. They're the youngest sport we have in here, yet they've had 3 national championships. We remind the guys, there's these things out there called trophies. You might have heard of them. I'm teasing. They're doing great. Guys are doing great. I see them in the back. They're going to hate. Don't scratch my car. Oh my God, no, it's exciting to watch all of our teams do so well. But during those 3 championship years, volleyball won a combined 84 games with only 3 losses. That's unheard of. Statistically, it's hard to imagine. There's a lot of purposes for bringing athletics back. We wanted to bring the community back in. We had sort of pulled the gates up, and then people had kind of lost a reason to be in Bartlett. But obviously, this is about the students. It's about them to have opportunities to continue what they love to do, attend college, and most importantly, graduate and go out and move on with life. But, winning championships and opening banners and getting rings, those are pretty fun things too. And they're great memories for everybody involved. So we're glad you could be here with us to celebrate that tonight. 7 of the sophomores have signed or committed to 4-year institutions this coming year. Those institutions include Southern Utah University, University of California, Bakersfield, Lynn University, Virginia Commonwealth University, Virginia Tech University, and what's that one? Oh yeah, Florida Gulf Coast University. So excited for the ladies. I think the last thing I can do is stand between you and the ceremony is to, are we doing the banner now? Okay, I'd like to ask everybody, if you don't mind, maybe stand up and turn around to the back. We're going to unfurl the national championship banner. And I'm supposed to count down? I'll count it down. Whoever's our banner unfurler. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, everybody. Again, we're going to have to build a bigger arena. We're running out of wall for the banners. But thank you all for being here. Let's enjoy the night. And of course, go Bucks.
All right, so what an incredible year for this group of young ladies here. Really excited to be up here again, celebrating another national championship, our 6th as a college, as Dr. Albritton alluded to. This one was pretty special. The Bucks became the first team in NJCAA Division I history to win 3 straight national championships. Never been done in the history of the NJCAA. So I know it's something that was a goal for them at the beginning of the year, and they were able to accomplish it. It was great to watch them. I know everybody that was in here during the season that was able to be a part of it enjoyed it as well. They went 26-1 overall, won their 5th straight conference championship, 3rd straight FCSAA championship, and obviously what we're here to celebrate tonight, their 3rd straight NJCAA national championship. It wasn't as easy as they made it look though, as around 2 different hurricanes in the middle of the season that postponed games, the season-ending injury to one of our sophomore leaders, the Bucks chalked up 17 wins over ranked teams, including 8 over the top 10 ranked teams in the country this season, and 3 over that other school across Alligator Alley. I often get asked, as I know Thais does as well, which of the 3 championship teams is the best? This is probably the question that I get asked most about our volleyball program. I always hesitate to answer that question because I think each team is very unique, which they have been, and it's honestly hard to compare. But on paper, and I said on paper because I know we have alumni on those other 2 teams that we're watching tonight. Don't get mad at me for this, but this year's team did only lose 7 sets all season long. And to repeat what Dr. Albritton said earlier, most impressive stat of all, in 3 seasons our program has won the same number of national championships as total games that they have lost with 3. So pretty amazing there, 84-3 overall record. All right, time to meet our stars of the show here sitting behind me as they get their bling bling to put on their hands. We'll start off from Milano, Italy, number 4, Anna Marzella. Marzella played in all 14 sets of the Bucks national tournament run this season, contributing both offensively and defensively with 7 aces and 24 digs. She played in 49 career matches as a Buck, racking up 376 digs, which ranks in the top 10 in program history. Next season, Anna will play at Southern Utah University. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Anna Marzella. Next up from Salo, Finland, number 5, Irina Mäkinen. Mäkinen also played in all 14 sets for the Bucks at the national tournament, dishing out 75 assists, including 21 in the Bucks' opening round win over Eastern Wyoming and 26 in their quarterfinal win over Utah State Eastern. On the season, she finished with 259 assists, putting her 6th in program history after just 1 season. Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Irina Mäkinen. From Maribor, Slovenia, number 6, Julia Grubicic-Chavo. Take your time, Jules. This one's going to take a little bit. All right, where do we start with this young lady? She just won about every award possible this season for the Bucks. She was the first team all-conference and first team all-state selection. She was the Citrus Conference Player of the Year. She was the FCSAA State Player of the Year. She was the MVP of both the FCSAA State Tournament and the NJCAA National Tournament. She set a new FSW program record as a pin with a .351 hitting percentage and is 2nd in program history with 3.43 kills per set. Next season, she'll stay right here in Fort Myers to play at Florida Gulf Coast University. But one more thing before we go on to our next one. Jules and everybody else, take a look back on our back wall once again as we unveil her 2024 NJCAA National Player of the Year banner. Ladies and gentlemen, number 6, Yulia Grubicic-Chalo. Next from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 7, Camila Brandalice. Brandalice quarterbacked the nation's best offense this season, dishing out nearly 700 assists for the Bucks, who finished the season with a program record .322 hitting percentage. She was a second-team all-conference performer and also earned all-tournament team honors at the FCSAA championships. She finishes her career with 847 career assists, which is third most in FSW program history. Next season, she will play at Virginia Tech University. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Camila Brandalice. From Boynton Beach, Florida, number 8, Abby Tennisketter. Tennisketter had a monster sophomore season for the Bucks in 2024, earning first-team All-Conference, first-team All-State, and first-team NJCAA All-American honors, while also being named to the All-Tournament team at both the FCSAA State Tournament and the NJCAA National Tournament. She led the entire NJCAA in 2 different statistical categories, hitting a program record .465 and racking up 1.5 blocks per set, while her 2.65 kills per set were also the most of any middle in the country this season. She posted a 12-kill, 10-block double-double in the Bucks' quarterfinal win over Utah State Eastern at the national tournament and finished her FSW career with a 13-kill, 7-block performance, including a huge rejection on the final point of the Bucks' national championship game win over Miami-Dade. Next season, she'll stay right here in Fort Myers to play at FGCU. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Abby Tennisketter. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, number 9, Clara Maidenchiki. Maidenchiki played in 27 matches for the Bucks this season and saw action in all 14 sets at the national tournament. She finished with 38 digs at the national tournament, including 10 in the championship game, to finish her Buccaneer career with 464 digs, which ranks in the top 5 in program history. Next year, she'll join another championship program as she moves over to the East Coast to play for defending Division II national champions Lynn University. Ladies and gentlemen, number 9, Clara Maidenchiki. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, number 10, Sofia Augusto. Augusto played in 16 matches for the Bucks this season, finishing with 46 kills and 47 digs. She had her best game of her FSW career in the Bucks district championship matchup against USC Sumter, with 8 kills and 0 errors, and also had 11 digs as the Bucks punched their ticket to nationals. Next season, she will play at Palm Beach Atlantic University. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Sofia Augusto. Also from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, number 11, Joanna Rocha. Rocha was a second-team all-conference selection for the Bucks as a freshman, playing in 26 matches and finishing with 166 kills. She stepped up her game late in the season for the Bucks, playing all 14 sets at the national tournament, finishing with 28 kills and 17 blocks, including 10 kills and 8 blocks in the Bucks' quarterfinal win over Utah State Eastern, for which she was named to the NJCAA National Tournament All-Tournament Team. Ladies and gentlemen, number 11, Joanna Rocha. From Nordkirchen, Germany, number 12, Nilla Brosat. Brosat played in 15 games for the Bucks this season, finishing with 28 kills and hitting .367 in the middle. She contributed in the Bucks' opening round win at the national tournament, picking up 3 kills and 2 blocks in the Bucks' sweep of Eastern Wyoming. Next season, she will play at Cal State Bakersfield. Ladies and gentlemen, number 12, Nilla Brosat. From Lima, Peru, number 13, Valentina Zeballos. Zeballos played in 15 games for the Bucks this season, picking up 25 kills and hitting .488 on the season. She had her best 2 games of the season in the postseason, finishing with 12 kills and 0 errors on 14 swings, good for an .857 hitting percentage in the Bucks district championship win and their opening round game at the NJCAA National Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, number 13, Valentina Zeballos. From Maitland, Florida, number 14, Sarah Webb. Webb played in 11 games for the Bucks as a freshman this season, picking up 11 digs and 5 aces. She posted a career-high 5 digs in the Bucks district championship game win over USC Sumter, and also saw action in the Bucks national tournament semifinal win over Colby. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Sarah Webb. From Brescia, Italy, number 15, Sara Gasparini. Gasparini played in 9 games for the Bucks this season before an injury sidelined her for the rest of the year. She was off to a big start, posting double-digit kills in 3 of those matches and earning all tournament team honors at the opening weekend Battle at the Beach tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Sara Gasparini. From Bratislava, Slovakia, number 16, Nina Bolodevichova. Bolodevichova was a first-team All-Conference and first-team All-State performer this season for the Bucks as a sophomore. She finished in the top 3 in the Citrus Conference in both blocks per set with 1.09 and hitting percentage at .399. Nina was very sick, for those who didn't know, the week of the national tournament, but you'd never know it as she finished the last 3 games with 18 kills and 0 errors and finished the tournament with 14 blocks. Next season, Nina will play at Virginia Commonwealth University. Ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Nina Bolodevichova. Next from Plovdiv, Bulgaria, number 17, Maggie Milicevic. Milicevic played in 19 games for the Bucks as a freshman, earning second-team All-Conference honors. She started all 20 sets in the postseason, recording a career-high 11 digs in the Bucks state championship game win over Miami-Dade, and also set a career-high with 4 blocks in 2 different national tournament matches, including the Bucks clincher over the Sharks. Ladies and gentlemen, number 17, Maggie Milicevic. From Potswente, Poland, I think, Patricia Lamuska. Lamuska played in 26 matches for the Bucks, finishing with 119 kills and 30 blocks on the season. She played in all 4 matches at the national tournament, recording 8 kills on just 11 swings in the Bucks opening round win over Eastern Wyoming, and her career-high 11 kills in the Bucks quarterfinal win over Utah State Eastern. Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Patricia Wabuska. From Canada, Bucks team manager Teresa McClay. Like many people behind the scenes for the Bucks' success, McClay was in charge of the Bucks' video recording for the scouting purposes and served a number of other roles for the Bucks throughout the course of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, Teresa McClay. And now let's meet our national championship coaches. All this dude does is win. 2 national championships, 2 seasons, and a new baby, Bucks baby Maverick. Bucks assistant coach Luis Rodriguez. All right, finally, your 5-time Conference Coach of the Year, 3-time FCSAA State Coach of the Year, and 3-time NJCAA National Coach of the Year, Miss Thais Vaziketo Allen. All right, it's time, guys. You ready for this? The moment everybody's here for tonight. Time to see those 2024 NJCAA National Championship rings. Let's count them down, guys. Ready? 3, 2, 1. guy that designed them is very interested in these reactions.
It's hard. It's not easy to be great. Otherwise, it's hard.
Nice, you got a mic back there?
It's not easy to be great. Otherwise, everybody will do it.
Now we got a little bit of a special treat for everybody here tonight as we give everybody a sneak peek of the Bucks season-long documentary, The Road to Clarksville, which was put together by our amazing FSW student media group who's here tonight. If you guys would stand real quick, take a little credit. They worked really, really hard on this all season long and have stuff from literally the day that a lot of these freshmen left their countries, their home countries, all the way to the last point of the national championship game. So we really appreciate you guys' work on this. We're going to give everybody a little bit of a sneak peek of this right now, and then it'll be released full next week on their YouTube page, which is Bucks Breakdown at FSW. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit it.
It's hard. It's not easy to be great. Otherwise, everybody will do it. I don't need to be great all the time.
Just all about being a team sport. It's fun because you get to share all the feelings with people around you. For me, winning isn't fun if you don't have anyone to share it with, you know? Where are we going now? Where are you leaving? Where are we now?
So that's our sneak peek of that. We really appreciate Alex and everybody at the student media group. Really appreciate you guys doing that, and look forward to seeing that full documentary next week. Now we'll turn things over to our national championship head coach, the amazing Miss Thais Buzz-Keto-Allen.
So I already cried twice tonight. First when they played the last point, and now on this amazing documentary, just a sneak peek, and we really appreciate coming in preseason games, national tournament, and just really recording this journey that we have in a way that we have never seen before. So I really appreciate you guys doing that and taking that moment and taking the time to do that. I would like first to welcome and thank everybody for coming, celebrate this special night with us, and being here and just being a supportive face in the chairs and filling up the chairs and really supporting the ladies behind me. This was a special year, and one of the things why, because at some point this season, every player was a special, and every player had a reason. It was one of the reasons why we won a match or we had a turnaround and things like that. When Roy was mentioning all their accolades, you heard that every single of them play, every single of them that was 18 kills in a set, or there was some digs, or we were just talking about Sarah Webb passing a ball that we all thought was out, and then she went behind and passed the ball against the Easter match. So at some point, every single one of the players was very impactful, and that's why this team is very important. We had tons of obstacles. Roy mentioned hurricane and sickness and injury, and yeah, I think there's a year, and they came together, and this team made this year very, very special. I want to thank their families for trusting them, from coming from across the state or across the world, but trusting us and trusting us, our work, not only my work, but the work of everybody at FSW, that we will take care of them and will help them grow, not just in volleyball, but in the community and as people. So I thank the families for that. So you guys, our fans, for coming in and night out, being a familiar face on the stands, having your spots on the stands that you come in every year to come in the game and look for you guys, making cookies when we win, making hats and scarves for the cold weather when we go to, and just coming in and supporting every game we have and every player we have, so we really appreciate that. To our supporting staff, George, Kara, Andre, and Roy. It takes a village to raise a family. So it takes a village to raise a program, and they're our village. Louis, thank you. I know it's not easy. I'm very stubborn. I love it, and you're always there by my side, and I really appreciate that. Can you guys hear me? Good. So I really appreciate it, because sometimes it's not easy, it's stressful, and he was always there by my side, so I really appreciate that. And most of all, I want to thank my players. Thank you. They did everything we asked for them. We asked them to be good students, good players, good people, and just come in and buy into the goal. It's not easy to go in a room first day of the season and say, let's make history. Let's win the third national title in volleyball that nobody has ever had. Not only do that, but let's do it in fashion, winning, losing 7 sets in 3 games in 3 years. So I really appreciate their buy-in and all they've done, and not just here, but just being an impact in Fort Myers and in other people's lives, not just about volleyball players, students, but people. So I really, really thank you guys. I really love you guys. I just want to say that. All right, I just want to finish with rings are always given in celebrations. So national championship, weddings, and they're given because they are round. So there's no beginning and no end. It's all one big circle. And this is what this represents. This is no difference. This is not the end of this journey. There's no end to the bonds and relationships that we created this year. So this ring not only represents this national championship, but represents the bond and the love and the relationships we created this year. I want to thank again everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the support, and go Bucks.
This is the conclusion of our program tonight, fitting in to the season that these ladies had, and as they get ready to graduate next Friday, or half of them do, the other half are coming back, so didn't mean it that way. All the ones that can are graduating, that's a better way to say it. And so, again, Thais talked about the village. You all have been a huge part of this village. The support that this group has felt in the last 3 years, the ones that are here, coaches, and that, and then everybody coming out and just being a part of it. And it's made a big deal to them. They've been comfortable, as Thais said, we've been trusted with people from across the world. We appreciate that. We can't underestimate that chance that those people have taken on us and what we've been able to do. So thank you all so much. The girls are going to come down and get some pictures and things. Thank you all very much for coming out, and go Bucks, as Dr. Albrecht always finishes with.